In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to use the Format Painter. And if you remember from a prior tutorial, Format Painter is located on our Home tab in the clipboard grouping, which is all the way on the left-hand side of your screen. So what Format Painter does is it basically takes formatting that you've applied to a group of cells and will allow you to apply that to another group of cells without going in and selecting colors and alignment and bolding options. It would just apply whatever formatting you've already added to the new group of cells. So let's take a look and see how that happens. So the first thing I'm going to do is just type in the word January and then February. And then March and April, and then total. I'm also going to type in, let's see, commission rate, and now we're going to use the Format Painter to apply the same formatting to this data as is on this data. So how we do that is if we left click on cell A1, hold in our shift key, and left click on cell D6, it selects the group of cells that we would like to format. And if we go to our ribbon in the Home tab, on the Home tab in the clipboard grouping, and click on Format Painter, notice first that we have a dancing border going around the group of cells that we would like to use the formatting from. And I'm going to click on cell A9, I'm going to left click on cell A9. And when I do that, notice that the formatting that was up here is now down here. So basically it's just copying the formatting. Okay. One thing to take note of though is if you look at our row 1, it's larger. We expanded that in a prior tutorial to make it larger. This cell, which is cell A9, which contains the formatting from cell A1, was not applied. So remember, when we're talking about formatting, we're not talking column and row width. We're just talking colors, bolding, that type of formatting. So column and row width is something that you would need to adjust manually using Format Painter. So Format Painter is just going to copy the formatting from one cell onto another. Now another example that I would like to give you is I'm going to just type in some columns here. So name, address. Okay, so if I would like to apply the same formatting from this cell on these particular cells, so if I click on commission rate, go to my Format Painter and left click that once, and then I just left click on name and then left click on address, notice that name was the only one that was formatted. And the reason that is, I'm going to hit my undo button so that we can go back. The reason that is whenever you're using Format Painter, once you release your left mouse button, it's finished with the formatting. It thinks that you're finished. So if you have more than one cell that you want to format, it's important to not release your left mouse button until you've selected all of the cells that you would like to apply the formatting to. So for example, if I click on commission rate again and click on Format Painter, and this time I'm hovering over the cell F10 that contains the word name, I'm left clicking and I have not released my left mouse button, and I'm going to drag to the right. I still have not released my left mouse button. At this point I'll release it, and notice that it applied the formatting to both of those cells. So that's just something to keep in mind whenever you're using Format Painter. If you are selecting an entire group of cells like we did earlier, it's going to take the formatting from the entire group and apply that to another location. So that's why it gave us all of this formatting for our various cells. However, if you're selecting a single cell and then choosing Format Painter and you're applying that format to other cells, then because it was only a single cell that we selected, it will only copy the formatting into a single cell unless you hold in your left mouse button and drag across the entire series that you want the formatting applied to. So just to show you that again, I'm going to click on Commission Rate, click on Format Painter, and if I just left click and release one time, it's only going to apply the formatting to one single cell. Pressing my undo button and my escape key. So if I do that again, if I click on Commission Rate and choose Format Painter, left click and hold in my left mouse button and then drag across to include cell G10 and release, it will apply the formatting to all of the cells that I have selected. So the first way is selecting an entire group for formatting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on cell A1, shift, hold in my shift key, click on cell D6, press the Format Painter button, and then I'm just going to click somewhere out here. And notice that I didn't even need to have any data. It just copies the formatting. And because I had selected an entire group of cells, it will take the formatting from all of those cells together and apply it exactly to another group of cells. But when you select a single cell, it's only going to apply that formatting in a single cell unless you hold in the left mouse button and select a group. So that's what's happening with Format Painter. So if you're trying to use it and you're only getting the format on one cell but you need it on multiple, after you press that, make sure you hold in your left mouse button and drag across the entire group of cells that you would like to have formatted. So please join me for the next tutorial. Thank you.